This is a direct quote from one of my managers in one of the companies that I worked for. Okay, I thought of bringing it up because it applies to a lot of. Like I can talk about a lot of things using this quote. Okay, my manager when I was working for a sales process. Okay, I was working for a sales process in India, of course, for an Australian-based company. Okay, and I mean, lot of these sales campaigns. Okay, especially the sales campaigns which use this automatic dialers. Okay, they are bullshit. And one of the bullshit campaigns that I worked for, okay, I worked for it, and it is completely a scam. I mean, I can proudly say that I worked for a scam company. Not one actually, but one of them, okay. And my manager, thinking of encouraging us, said one thing, okay, you can even sell shit to the customers. What he is implying is sales is a very good talent, right? Sales is a very good art. If you are a good salesman, you can even sell shit to a customer. If you can sell shit to a customer, that means you are a good salesman. Now, there is a problem with this, okay, right? You can be a good salesman, a clever salesman, a cunning salesman, a bad salesman, okay, because you're selling a shit to the customer. Maybe you managed to sell the shit, okay, but think about the customer, okay, he bought the shit, right, that you're selling. So, how can you, we ever justify it, okay? But this was a motivating quote by my manager. My manager literally said this in one of my sales campaigns that I worked for. Okay, it was telemarketing campaigns, and this is very very important because this touches on a lot of concepts. Okay, the thing is, okay, see if imagine that you're working for a call center. Okay, you're working for a call center, and you are working for a campaign where you have to. You already know that this campaign is not honest. The campaign that you're working for is not actually helping people. You are cheating them in some way. You know that very well. And if you need a moral justification, the team leader comes up and says, okay, sales is very, very good concept. Okay, you become a better salesman. Okay, see, thing is, we want something better for us. Okay, we try to become somebody good. Okay, somebody who follows dharma. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, that gives us some kind of superiority. Like for example, if you follow dharma, if you speak truth all the time, whether it will be a good karma or bad karma is something else. Okay, whether the truth that you speak, if you will get some positive fruits in the future or not is different thing. But one thing is sure, you will get the fruit immediately. You are a good person, right? And if somebody tells you that you are a good person, it becomes it is a good thing to hear, right? Like somebody is telling you that you are a good person. Okay, you're a wonderful person, good person, honest person. You will feel happy, right? If somebody is praising you, you will feel happy. Now I can do the same thing. Instead of saying that you are a good person, be a good salesman. And a salesman, okay, see, all you want to do is, a human intention is this, okay, I want to feel a good. I want to feel good, okay. Make me feel good. Either you can make a person feel good by saying that you are a good person, okay. But if he is doing something that is not really good, okay, you can justify it by saying different things. For example, you are a good salesman, you can sell even shit to the customer. And this is like, it is something that it has been ringing in my ears for so long. Okay, see, if you can sell shit to a customer, you are a good salesman. It doesn't prove that you are a good person, but you are a good salesman. Okay, but anything is good. Okay, anything that talks about you, anything that is praising you is okay for human beings, right? That is why people fall for it. Do you understand my point? I don't know. I wanted to make a very, very subtle thing clear to you. Okay. So that's exactly why I wanted to say this. Okay. So the main reason why I talked about this is Jaggi Vasudev. I did not mention this in the title video, but it was this guy who made you motivated to do this video. But I don't want to actually draw people's attention based on Jag. I know if I make a video on Jaggi Vasudev, many people will come. Okay, I thought about all these things regarding business. Okay, how much you can cheat people, how much you can sell shit to people. Okay, because a person who is, I mean, my manager told me, okay, a person who can sell shit to customers is a good salesperson. And of course, Jaggi Vasudev proved to be one. The thing is, I'm just wondering, okay, see, Jaggi Vasudev helped me a lot in one way, okay. First, I know that he is a complete idiot. He does not know anything about scriptures. Right now, I am reading Valmiki Ramayana in original Sanskrit, and I have finished until 52nd Sarga of the first chapter, Balakanda of Valmiki Ramayana. This guy gives an excuse, okay, all powerful guy, he can do anything, right? Okay, this is so funny, man. It is like, whenever somebody tells me, okay, a lot of people have told me, okay, you have fallen from some higher place, okay, so be it, okay. If there is a, if I'm living in a world where people like Jaggi Vasudev was worshipped, okay, this is like a, I don't know, like, I don't even know if I'm getting, if you're getting this point, okay, but for me it is ridiculous, man. This whole world is ridiculous, okay. Believing in stupid people like Jaggi Vasudev, okay. And later on people tell me, okay, like, I have gone through lots and lots of like, what do you call, like, like, um, humility, I mean, humiliation, okay, humiliation, okay. Have gone through it because people, just because I wrote a book honestly presenting my journey, okay, this is what happened, and it is true that I really experienced non duality in 2014. It is true, and I have documented it. I am still exploring what it is about. Maybe in the next 10 years, I will have much more things to say regarding it, okay? But in the meantime, people have different opinions regarding non duality. In fact, when I think about all these people who are going to people like Jaggi Vasudev, I think that there are only few people in this world who can recognize the truth and the myth, okay? Not everybody is good in discerning the difference between these two, the truth and the myth. Okay, this is probably a rant, okay, but the rant is based on the dissatisfaction that I have about this world, okay. This world is, I mean, when I think about everything, okay, it is, I'm overloaded with dissatisfaction about this world. So, what do you expect me to say regarding this world, okay? And still, people are telling me, okay, you have fallen from some kind of highest. There are people who are telling me right now, okay, and I really laugh at all these things, okay, because the people who are telling me, they have not even crossed what I have crossed, okay, the levels and boundaries that I have crossed. What I have seen in my life is, it is like, it is a lot, okay, actually, it is you cannot, I cannot define it in one word, okay. So if I say Nirvana Vedanta, it is very very specific. For example, Advaita means the absence of duality, which I experience 24/7. Nirvana means extinguishing of the fire that was burning. And in fact, that is something that I experienced too, but I don't know. Maybe Nirvana of Buddhism goes much deeper than this, but I know very well for sure, okay, the Advaita Vedanta, the Advaita that Adi Shankara spoke about, the Advaita that everybody spoke about in the past, is something that I have seen already. I have no doubt about it. So, if you have any doubts about me, okay, rather than doubting about me, please know this, okay. Experience of Advaita Vedanta does not make somebody perfect in the first place. It does not become a superhuman, because it is my direct experience. I saw a very, very, I mean, I experienced a very direct experience when this, whatever that I narrated in my book, okay, it happened in 2014, right? This is true, okay. Now, after seeing all these things, my perspective is very, very different. I can identify liars, okay. Jaggi Vasudev was the first liar that I identified, okay. How he cooked up the stories about Mahasamadhi is past, everything is now exposed right now, okay. And when I see all these people who sincerely believe Jaggi was there even today, what I really think is, it is like this is how people will be, okay? Nobody can understand somebody who is really residing in that area. Nobody can understand them. Nobody, okay? Because to please people, you have to, for example, you might have to speak in a very good English, which Jaggi Vasudev does, okay? And, like advertise yourself because advertisement, okay, like advertisement is a major industry, right? If you advertise yourself in a better way, people will respect you, right? Advertisement is one thing, okay? And then what people want to believe, for example, people want to believe Ramayana really happened. You just tell them, yeah, it really happened, it is a history. People will support you, right? I'm getting a call, okay? சொல்லுங்கண்ணா. சொல்லுங்கண்ணா. நாளைக்கு எடுத்து கொடுத்துருங்க காலைல. கண்டிப்பாக எடுத்து கொடுத்துருங்க. ஓகேண்ணா. I got a call actually, okay? Okay, just reading the comment right now, okay? I saw this comment before, okay? Bro, someone was behind you. I saw someone stay. Who did you see? Okay, I don't understand, man. No. I already saw this message partially, okay? It is like, people want to, do you want to play with me or what? Okay. There's nobody behind me, okay? I know that. What are you even trying to do, man? He's saying, bro, someone is behind you. I saw someone, stay safe. It is not that I'm watching a horror movie or something, or like uh, so yes, for me, I'm really surprised about many things, okay? So what is the topic of this video again? Okay, you can sell shit to the customer, right? And do you realize how pathetic our world is, okay? This was a motivational line for me once, okay? When my manager told me you can even sell shit to the customer, I thought, okay, it is very, very motivating, and shame on me because I should have immediately asked him, okay. But it did not occur to ask him, okay, how can you even sell shit to a customer? It is fair to sell shit to a customer. So it is like, if you want to sell even a shit to a customer, what does this imply, okay? Customers, you don't care about customers. He can get shit, but he will get profit, right? That is the problem with this, okay? Because my manager told me this, and I am being very honest with you, okay? I actually thought that it was very motivating back then, but now I do not, okay? Now when I think about this, I realize how much stupidity is there. There is a problem, okay, that we can overlook because I really thought when my manager said, okay, after hearing my explanation, even you might think, okay, yeah, it's what you're saying is good, okay. uh, it is like, I don't know how to say this, man. I'm not very good in English, okay. But think about this, okay. This is very, very bad, guys, and this is how the world is right now, okay. So I kind of give up. I mean, I wouldn't say that I give up, but I kind of feel very, very sad about the situation about this world. When people believe so much nonsense, okay, there is there is no reason for me to even take all these stupid comments of stupid people seriously, right? Like, because one guy called me a beggar, okay, just for asking for some help. He called me a beggar. It was shocking for me, actually. Not like, I don't get bad, I don't feel bad about all these things, okay? For me, I have already been making a lot of videos about Ramayana. In fact, I wanted to talk about Ramayana, but I had a doubt who would listen to this, okay? Who would listen to my. This is my new journey, okay? Right now, by today, I have finished 51 sargas in Balakanta in Ramayana. reading Ramayana in original Sanskrit. And this is something that I'm doing because this will, if I personally read all these things, okay, because there's a lot of hype about Ramayana. In fact, we have a lot of political issues about this, okay, like for example, the destruction of this the Islam Mandir, right? Babar Masudi, and then Rama's temple was built. Now, is it right or wrong? There is a question, right? Okay, did Ramayana really happen? What kind of place, what kind of role Ramayana plays in our Hinduism, in our Dharma? To discover all this, I have started to read Ramayana in original Sanskrit. Original Sanskrit, okay. Each and every word is important for me. I refer to dictionaries, I refer to commentaries, and so far I have been I have been making videos about this, and so far I am in 51st Sarga of Balakanta, which means that right now Vishwamitra is in Vashishta's ashram. Okay, it is the from 50th Sarga, for the next 15 Sargas, the story is going to be about Vishwamitra. Okay, Vishwamitra has a very important role in Balakanda, the first play, the first Kanda. Okay, that is what I am reading right now. I expected more comments, but I haven't really gotten much. So what I would like to say right now, before I end this video, because I want to end this video right now, because there is no point in continuing when I don't get comments. I want to make sessions interactive, but today's session has not been very interactive. I did not get much comments. That is okay. Think about this, but keep this in mind. Okay, I have already announced this project maybe a few days before, and I have been making videos regarding Ramayana from time to time. Whenever I get time, I am making videos about Ramayana. So I'm undertaking this project, okay, and I'm pretty sure that at the end of this, okay, if I really manage to read the whole Ramayana this way in original Sanskrit, I know that it is going to be very, very helpful in my research. Because currently I'm doing some deeper research on Hinduism, because Hinduism is a target of a lot of politicians, okay, who want to get votes. And people do not understand this. They cannot differentiate between the political Hindutva and the actual Hinduism, okay, which is a lot more different than how it is projected by these people who are only interested in political gains. Do you understand this? If you understand this, okay, I don't care what you think about me, okay. As long as people are there to believe that Jaggi Vasudev was a wonderful human being, I have no problem, in being because a lot of people have criticized me as well, right? Well, like this is a joke actually. If Jaggi Vasudev was surviving in this world, I have the right to survive in this world with all my natural, like habits and everything, okay. I don't even know what to say, okay. It is like it is a lonely voice in the whole universe which is not understood properly. That is exactly what I feel like. So yeah, having said all these things, I will close this video right now, okay. Thank you very much. If there is anything, okay, even if you don't want to offer me some donation, if you're really curious about this, please contact me, okay. Contact me, okay. If I mean, I don't really welcome people who want to um, who want to drag me into useless discussions, okay, because I've gone beyond a lot of like basic things these days. Really, like I myself, I am writing slokas in Anushtup meter. I'm very good in Sanskrit. I'm reading Valmiki Ramayana in original, okay, and I understand a lot of things when I read Valmiki Ramayana. The motivation behind each and every chapter actually. It is a long story, okay. The only thing is I need to have some interesting audience on this topic, okay. Because ever since I spoke about Valmiki Ramayana, including Sanskrit, okay, I actually did not get much listeners, much watchers, but that is okay, okay. Let us see what happens next, okay. If there is a higher power which is really helping me, which is really helping good people, which is really helping people whose intentions are very very clear and straightforward, who are pure by heart, who have achieved this Atmajnana, then it will certainly help me. If there is one, okay, I don't know for sure yet, okay, because I don't have all the answers. I have to admit that, okay. But I can tell you one thing very clearly, okay, okay. I have all these doubts, right? Lot of people keep saying me one thing, okay, you have not achieved this. I will tell you one thing very, very confidently, without even single iota of doubt. When people say about Advaita Vedanta, it is like it makes me laugh, okay. I am living in Advaita Vedanta 24 bar 7. If you want to see somebody, okay, I'm not claiming to be a Buddha, I'm not claiming to be a God, I'm not nothing, okay, I'm not claiming to be a Sadguru or nothing like that, but there is one claim that I would make, and I am pretty sure about this. I am living in Advaita non duality 24 bar 7. This, I will take this as a challenge, okay? Maybe I will, maybe, like, this is the Advaita Vedanta that Shankara talked about. I know that very clearly. I have no question, no doubt about this. Nothing can even shake me, okay? Because this is my living truth. And I will prove to the world that this is not perfect. This is not a perfect state, okay? Just because you experience Advaita Vedanta, you don't become a perfect human being at all. You don't become saintly. This is the truth. I know very well for sure, okay? If there is one thing that I can promise on, okay, I speak truth. I try to speak truth, okay? This is in my direct experience right now, 24 bar 7, okay? You may call me imperfect, you can call me idiot, that is not a problem. But one thing is true. I am living in non-duality right now, and it is permanent still since 2014. This is permanent. So if you really think, okay, you are much much more smarter than, a lot of people, like, who are even like kids, okay, kids who are growing up. Sometimes they abuse me a lot, okay, because one person said, okay, I'm a beggar. Okay, see, I also have some kind of self-respect, right? And again, if you think people who a person who has achieved Advaita Vedanta will not get offended, I do, but little bit, okay. It is not like too much, okay. It just pushes me to, because anyway, some kind of like some kind of response needs to be there for a human being, right? I have addressed this too, okay, because initially, when I went through this experience of non-duality, okay, and I have written a detailed article regarding this, okay. See, if you appear to be happy all the time, okay, I'll give you one situation, okay, one scenario. If you really appear to be happy and without worry all the time, people who are around you will not think that you are a saint, will not think that you are enlightened. They will think that you are irresponsible. That is the nature of human beings. You can write it down. Even if you get the same experience that I got, you will experience the exact same thing. I'm promising you, because it's the truth. I have written about this elaborately, okay? See, if you're happy, people will not think that you are enlightened, that's why you're happy. People will think that you are irresponsible. This is the psychology of people. If you're happy, if you don't worry about anything, immediately the response from your spouse will be, do you even worry about anything at all in your house? Of course you don't, because of your own non duality. But that will be mistaken. That means you do not care. Of course, in an absolute way, you don't care about what happens. In fact, J. Krishnamurti said exactly the same thing, okay? What is the secret? Okay, I don't care about what happens to me. I believe J. Krishnamurti to be a genuine, somebody who genuinely experienced Advaita Vedanta. Even Osho, I get some doubts, but it is okay. He's still genuine, okay, because it's not perfect, right? You know, as I told you very clearly, the experience of Advaita does not bring moral perfection or intellectual perfection to a human being. Okay. The only thing that it brings is it brings an enormous satisfaction. Okay. You don't suffer like other people. That is true for me. I don't suffer like other people at all. Right? So this truth, I don't know how can I prove this truth to the world. I mean, I don't have to, but again, like there are so much confusions about this non-duality and spirituality in this world, right? So if there is something that I can do, okay, this is the only area where I can contribute, right? That is why again and again I come up with all these speeches, all these blog articles, in spite of being imperfect. Please note this, I am not perfect. I am very, very imperfect. But at the same time, I know the truth about Advaita Vedanta. That is for sure, man. As I told you, I am very, very clear. You can never ever have any kind of doubt about unshakable experience that I had. Because before 2014, physically it was different. After 2014, I have documented in my books. But still nobody, because everybody has this saintly image, okay? If somebody is attained, like lot of people, one intelligent guy, okay, I mean, who called me like a beggar, okay, he immediately, like, he helped me, okay, helped me twice, he contacted me, but, and then immediately he called me, okay, I have a couple of questions, okay, why doesn't it break addiction and habits? Because addiction is physical, especially physical addiction is physical, okay. Jiddu Krishnamurti says it does, but that is not the case for you. You said that one should get over these addictions before enlightenment because it is difficult to do after you have realized. First of all, is Jiddu Krishnamurti an authority? Jiddu Krishnamurti had a personality, okay? He had his own genetics. See, what we forget, okay, we talk about all these people, like for example, Jiddu Krishnamurti or Ramana Maharshi, whoever it is, okay, we are talking about all these individuals who have achieved something in their lives, okay, who have achieved some kind of clarity about what is going on in their lives, right? That is the problem, right? We struggle to understand what is going on, why are we born, what is the meaning of our life, why do we have to live, okay, it is like what is the point of all these things, we wonder all these things, and we fell into some kind of spiritual depression, okay, which is called as vairagya, by the way. That spiritual depression that you fall into when you think about all these things is called as vairagya, and that is one of the major qualifications. And these people that we talk about, like Ramana Maharishi or J Krishnamurti, they have gone beyond this and they are bringing some kind of truth. But please remember, okay, when we talk about Jiddu Krishnamurti, he had a specific genetics. Forget about his own spirituality, okay? Think about Jiddu Krishnamurti as a normal human being who you meet in a day to day life. How many people that you know, okay? You might know many people, right? How many people drink and smoke cigarette and how many people don't do that? I mean, people who don't drink or smoke, they do not have any kind of spiritual advantage over the people who do, right? It means that some kind of environmental situation and their genetics determines their bad habits, like addictions, okay? See, addiction is very, very genetic, and I can tell you one thing, okay? If J. Krishnamurti was not addicted to any substance like nicotine or alcohol, it means that genetically he was in, this is true, okay? No matter, we always blame addicts, but the truth is my father was an addict, okay, and I am carrying his genes, and naturally I will be an addict. If I taste something, I will be addicted to it, and this is my habit so far, okay. I am an addict, I can declare this to you very proudly, okay. But can an addict be an enlightened person? Now, this question is not asked, okay, because only an addict can answer this question. An addict can be an enlightened person. That is the truth. That is the truth, actually. Okay, so do you have any other questions? Okay, because I'm very happy that you're asking questions. Please go ahead. Okay, if you have any more questions, I will read the question again. Okay, Jiddu Krishnamurti says it does, but that is not the case for you. You said one should not get over his addictions before enlightenment because it is. You said one should not get over his addictions before enlightenment because it is difficult. Actually, it is something the Osho said that, but I think there is a truth to it. Okay, but the problem is here you are taking Jiddu Krishnamurti as an authority. See, Jiddu Krishnamurti was a very good person. Okay, I mean, like I admire J Krishnamurti more than Osho actually, because right now my opinions about Osho has changed a little bit. Okay, Sri Bhagavataya, I heard this name. Is he a Tamil person? I think I heard this name because I think I watched some videos. Are you aware of Sri Bhagavat Ayya? Are you talking about a Tamil person? Please reply. Okay. And again, I will tell you a problem with all these things. Okay. A lot of people are right now declaring themselves. Okay. I remember my own journey. Okay. See, I will tell you. I will tell you one thing. Okay. I'll be very very frank. Okay. I'm not a perfect person. Okay. I am a very imperfect person from my childhood. It is not something that I acquired recently. Okay. Ever since I was a child, okay, yes, I know, I have seen them. Okay, I have seen them. There is nothing new. Okay, everybody is repeating the same thing. Okay, the thing is, the problem with this spirituality is like a long journey. Okay, and see, I will tell you one thing. Okay, when there was a time in if you read my book. Okay, I have explained my initial uh, awakening experience in 2004 or 2003, something like that. Okay, in that time period, I initially had an experience, and that changed a lot. As if I got drugged. Okay, it lasted for 1 year. For 1 year, I thought that I was close to enlightenment. Okay, but then for the next 12 years, I went through a lot of things. So I'm very much convinced because how much this path can fool people. Okay, in many different ways. So yes, I have listened to this Bhagavad Gita also. It is not. It is very very. I mean, it is good, but still, it is not unusual because I have heard this from many other people as well. Okay. The only thing is when somebody is talking about this in Tamil, we feel very good, right? It seems to be very, very natural. In fact, yeah, he is very, very honest about the experience, but I don't know how much he has really traveled. I can't comment about this. I can tell you only one thing, okay? I cannot tell you about because yeah, I remember this person, okay? He was very good in explaining, but there are lots and lots of people who are coming up regarding this. And I will tell you one more thing, okay? When I got this experience during this time, okay, like when it was 2004 or 3, okay, I was also very good in explaining all these things, okay. In fact, you are before tasting non-duality 24 bar 7. Again, I'm restating the point, okay. I am living in non-duality. You don't have to believe me, okay. You don't have to, okay, but this is the truth. Take it or leave it. I don't have any any problem with that at all. Whether you believe in that or not, do not believe in it. The only thing is many people have problem with my imperfection. I'm not perfect, right? Now, does that prove that I don't have the experience of non-duality? That is not true, actually. Non-duality is something that I have achieved without any trace of doubt. I don't have any even single iota of doubt regarding non-duality. Non-duality is non-duality. Okay, it doesn't promise swarga. It doesn't promise, you will live with all without all kinds of problems. You will still face challenges, but only thing is you have a cushion. Okay, the question is there is a difference between lying down on the raw ground or lying down on thorns and then lying down on a wonderful bed, right? Whether you get sleep or not is a different problem, right? Whether you enjoy the sleep or whether you're getting into sleep or not is a different problem. But at least it becomes much more comfortable, right? Atmanyana gives you a lot of comfort. It acts as a cushion, okay? That is why Adi Shankara in his commentary said that, even Atma Jnanis should rely on their own strength. The strength that he is talking about is about this, the cushion, okay? It provides the cushion, okay? If you want to make it very, very simple, Atmajnana provides you a cushion, okay? See, there is a difference between just lying down on thorns or lying down on stones in a hot sun and everything, okay? But if you get a cushion, okay, indoors, that will be much more comfortable, right? How suffering that pushes one for enlightenment is different from our normal irritations, daily struggles. Sometimes our minds make excuses and we can be worried unnecessarily, okay? Well, the suffering that pushes, I mean, for example, maybe now I'll tell you in a very simple way, okay? See, I am claiming one thing, right? I have gone through this non-duality experience, but whatever you mentioned, okay, normal irritations, yes, I get irritated, okay? I get irritated to a lot of things. Daily struggles, yes, we do get daily struggles. Yes, I do get that, okay? Sometimes our mind makes excuses. Well, I am very aware of it, okay? If my mind makes excuses, I know that it is an excuse from my mind. That point is clear, okay? See, because, I mean, at least in my journey, okay, in my journey, I learned to observe my mind, okay? So, when my mind does something, okay, I will know that that is the case, okay? It is, if I can detect an excuse as an excuse, okay? I will know. I don't have to admit to another person, but I will know that it is the excuse of my mind. Okay, that is one thing. And we can be worried unnecessarily. Again, I don't worry unnecessarily, but if that when there is necessary, some kind of feeling comes up. Okay, what to do next, and that motivates me to do what is next, because worry, some kind of worry has to be there. So there is a difference between unnecessary worry and necessary worry, because necessary worry motivates you. Unnecessary worry doesn't do anything, because sometimes you have to worry, right? Because this, see, that there has to be some kind of negative feeling to motivate you into action. If you feel, okay, if you feel that the whole world is swarga, if you feel no other motivation, okay, what will happen? There will be no action, right? See, you will eat only if you feel hungry. Does hunger feel uncomfortable? Yes, it does. Okay, if you're hungry, you don't feel comfortable. Okay, you will feel comfortable only when you eat. Now, eating food, does it do good for you, or is it doing something bad for you? Of course, you need energy to sustain your life, right? So you have to eat food. So if you really go over all these feelings, right, like pain and hunger, how will you protect your body? How will you do it? And there are lots and lots of theories about this. For example, okay, there is do you get bored if you're alone doing nothing? The thing is, I always have something to do, okay? I don't get bored. I mean, I do get bored only when I don't have. It happens very, very rarely, okay? Because right now I am reading Valmiki Ramayana. Now I have a task, some kind of task that I have fixed in my mind, okay? It can go on because there are 24,000 slokas in Ramayana. Whenever I am simply sitting, what I will do is I will read. I mean, I have already finished 51 sargas in Valmiki Ramayana. I am reading in original Sanskrit, okay? So I can never get bored until I finish Ramayana. That is the status right now, okay? That is the truth, okay? So boredom happens. It has happened only when, it is very hard to explain for me. It is like, I have to have some kind of grasp, like some kind of, I have to be interested in something. For example, this Valmiki Ramayana will. The thing is, a lot of people ask this question, okay, the reason why I chose Valmiki Ramayana is because I won't get bored at all, okay? because I will. I mean, it is my nature. Okay, I research on linguistics. I am interested in religion and everything. Okay, so Valmiki Ramana, when I read it, I never get bored. And I had this problem before, but ever since I started to, I'm being very honest with you. This is the truth. Okay, ever since I started to read Valmiki Ramayana, I did not get bored. Not because Valmiki Ramayana is great, because I'm interested in Sanskritam, I'm interested in the religious history, I'm interested in spiritual history as well. And Valmiki Ramayana serves all these purposes, okay? So it is like I have got a wonderful resource which will keep me occupied for the next maybe 1 year or 2 years, I don't know. Until I finish all Ramayana, I won't be bored. I have enough resources for killing my boredom. So I won't be bored at all, I think, because I have been bored sometimes. Okay, because whenever there is a transition, for example, when I was like, see, it is like when I'm working in one place and suddenly I have to move from there, I will get some boredom because I don't know what to do right now. Everything is new, right? I lost the life that I got used to do. So I got used to it. Only in these occasions I will get bored. Okay, you missed one question about focusing and witnessing. Okay, I don't know. I have to check that. Okay, I already saw that question. How can one? How can be? How can? I hope you are still listening. Okay, how can be one witness and focus at the same time? It is not possible. I'm telling you. Okay, like when we are solving a tax problem, it requires reasoning and focus. But how can one be a witness while engaging such complex tasks? That is a very good question, and you cannot do it. That is why we have two different meditation in Buddhism. Okay, one is vipassana, and another is shamatha. Shamatha is about concentration. Vipassana is about observing everything. Okay, now you cannot do both. You can either concentrate on something, or you can just, like you can witness everything. But either way, it is a meditation. Okay, if you focus on something, that is also a meditation. If you do not focus on something, then you witness. Okay, I hope it is clear right now. Okay, so I think your question is answered right now. It is very clear. Okay, I think even I had some confusion regarding it, because when I want to make it as a book, okay, I have to be very very clear about this. Okay, because I don't have any proofs regarding, like, see, experiencing non-duality is one thing, but teaching other people about how to experience it is another thing. Okay, it requires a different kind of expertise. I have done my best in my first book. My second book is not about achieving, gaining this atmanyana. Okay, it is not about that. Okay, and again, gaining is a wrong word. A lot of people might feel it, but I have to use it because I don't have any other word right now. There's a new question. An enlightened person doesn't get bored even when he has nothing to occupy. How do you say that? You have heard it. Okay, I was also in that impression when I was a seeker. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense because I also had this belief until I got this experience myself. So on what basis are you saying this? Are you saying this based upon your own experience? Because that is exactly what I thought. I thought that an enlightened person doesn't get bored even when he has nothing to occupy his mind. Reason is tasting his own being. He is satisfied and content. Vedanta, Osho, JK, everybody can say all that things. Okay, everybody is talking from their own experience, right? Are you talking about your own experience? I am telling you for sure. Okay, yes, even a person who is enlightened can get bored at times, but he can figure out. The difference between an enlightened person and non-enlightened person is a person who has not achieved non-duality cannot figure out how to overcome this. See, boredom has a depth to it. Okay, maybe nobody has explained. Nobody has explored the depth. Okay, but I have been. There was a point of time when I used to say people too. Okay, I don't get bored at all, but I got boredom in special situations. As I told you earlier, okay, when somebody is moved from one situation to another situation. It has happened even Osho as well. Osho was in America, right? And from America, he was one day moved to jail. Now, this causes a tremendous difference, right? So there are exceptions, okay? See, this kind of depth, nobody has studied non duality in this depth, okay? Generally speaking, yes, I can agree, okay? Boredom is very, very rare for an enlightened person, very, very rare. 99% of the time, a person who is living in non duality will not get bored. But there is a remaining 1%. That boredom is caused because of a change, okay? Suddenly you don't know what to do, okay? Because your whole environment is changed. For example, you move to a different city. Your lifestyle style is different. Until you get settled, you might get bored, or it is a very very it is very complex. I cannot explain it, but this is the truth, okay? Gita says enlightened being doesn't get swayed by emotions and feelings. Gita says so, okay? Please underline this, okay? Gita says so. So enlightened being can't have emotions, like he can't be swayed by sexual desires even in the presence of something sexual. First of all, when we talk about Bhagavad Gita, okay, see, if you talk about J. Krishnamurti, you know very well that J. Krishnamurti said that, okay. If you are bringing Osho, we know that Osho has said that, okay. We have records. But when we talk about Bhagavad Gita, we don't even know if one person wrote Bhagavad Gita. We are not sure about it, okay. If you look at it from a linguistic perspective, okay, Bhagavad Gita is a text which has been edited. There has been a lot of interpolations. We can get a general idea about Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, the one special thing about Bhagavad Gita, it is that it brought a new concept, okay, called Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is a revolutionary concept, and it is only present in Bhagavad. I don't know why, okay, because Karma Yoga is very very special actually. When it comes to Bhagavad Gita, there were two different traditions, okay, in ancient India. One is the Brahmana tradition, and the other is Shramana tradition. Brahmana tradition emphasized on three purusharthas, okay. One person should have artha, kama, and dharma. There was no concept about moksha. Moksha was, the idea of self realization was absent in the Brahmana tradition. It is the Shramana tradition which actually brought this, okay, to the mainstream Hinduism. Now, this is again a very deep topic in itself, okay. But what Bhagavad Gita does is combines the truth of the both, okay. Sannyas is the concept of Shamanas, okay. But living in family and doing in one's own duties is a concept of Brahmanas. Brahmanas is actually kind of life positive, okay. Shamanas behavior was kind of life negative because they emphasized only self realization and nothing else. Now, if you combine these two, okay, see, there are two kinds of margas, okay, Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. Pravritti Marga means, I will tell you first, okay, regarding these two things, okay. Pravritti Marga means you kind of you study, you get married, you earn as much as you want, and you enjoy your life just like a normal human being. Most of us, 99% of the world population is in Pravrti Marga. Pravrti Marga means live live your like everybody else, okay. Enjoy your life, do what you want to do. There is dharma and there is karma. There is dharma, there is artha and moksha. Not moksha, I'm sorry. There is dharma, there is artha and kama, okay. Dharma means there is a way to live, okay. Don't steal, don't tell lies, you just live your life. And artha is, yeah, you earn, you educate yourself, do whatever you want to do, okay, whatever you want to gain, okay, to succeed in life, you get all these things. And karma is you enjoy your life. All these three things is followed by everybody, right? But moksha is a concept. It is a different concept, right? And this whole self-realization is about moksha, right? This is nivritti marga. There were people who are in pravritti marga who enjoy life. But people who are in Nivritti Marga, they only wanted to get moksha. They got sannyas, they were begging, okay, they renounced the whole world and they went to the forest. Now, the Bhagavad Gita combines these two things, okay? You can do both. You can Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga in the same time. You do your duty, you get married, okay, you get married, finish your education, bring up your child, but at the same time, do not get attached to the results of your actions. You just do your actions and then you, that is the sannyas, true sannyas. Instead of leaving this world, instead of leaving this world, that is the actual sannyas, right? Traditionally, the sannyas is leaving this world, leaving your property, right? Instead of losing everything, have everything, but don't get attached to it. This this concept was, like taught by Bhagavad Gita. Do you understand this? Man, I'm getting a lot of comments. Okay, it is good actually. I have to also check the time. Okay. Oh my God, man. Okay, I think I have to go. Okay, but I will finish it soon. Okay. Thing is, okay. See, if you want me to continue to, uh, I mean, if you really trust me, okay, after listening my speech so far, if you really trust me, uh, please help me financially. Having said that, I will quickly answer all the other questions, and I will have to move on. Okay. Does it ego try to one up others after? I don't understand the question, man. I'm attached to my girlfriend. I suffer when she gets away from me, but I keep thinking that there is something more than attachment. That is some that it is some real love, which love is real. Okay, this is a different topic. I think I have to discuss it some other time. You keep thinking your GFS with someone else. Okay, it is. I think it is. It is a reply to the other comment. Okay, guys. Okay, I don't even know what time is it right now. Okay, yeah, I have to go. Okay, guys, thank you very much for your cooperation and your comments. I really enjoyed this session. Okay, I hope to continue maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow or some other time when I get time. Okay, so please keep supporting me. Okay, because nobody is doing it these days. Okay, you're asking questions. Okay, I have made one thing very very clear in this video. Yes, I am living in non-duality 24/7. Okay. Okay, now you guys are discussing with yourself. Okay, I'm going to finish this video at the moment. Okay, thank you very much for watching. You have a wonderful day. Bye. And please consider helping me. That is a request. Okay, thank you. You can find all the details in my blog. I don't want to repeat it here. Okay, if you've been watching my videos, you know how to do it. Okay, if you don't know, please comment. I will know how to. I will tell you how to help me. Okay, thank you. Bye.